Your weekend started right. The Jet Set Breakfast.
So there's a project that's taking place in eThekwini, KwaZulu-Natal. It's called the Inanda Wilderness Park, and it's an initiative of something called Green Corridors. What's interesting about it is that it's inspired by the idea of children's parks, and that's something that was happening or is happening in Germany and other countries in Europe as well. On the line with us, we have Danielle, Brasse, who is the Green Corridors Wilderness Park and Occupational Therapy Programmer. Danielle, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Michelle and listeners. Thank you so much for inviting us on air today.
Danielle, tell us a little bit about the Green Corridors Wilderness Park. What is it and what was it originally? Because originally it was a dumping space or something.
Yes. So the Inanda Wilderness Park is a very important collaboration between different stakeholders such as the municipality, Green Corridors, and the University of KwaZulu-Natal Occupational Therapy and the Inanda Assembly. So basically, it's a multi-generational park that's focused on community wellness and lifespan development. And we do this all through nature, through different programs with people of all ages. Originally, it was just an open space. It was actually an illegal dumping site, and it was home to many illegal activities. And we've actually transformed the space to make it more constructive and to promote community wellness and lifespan development.
So, Danielle, before I even go into the idea or the question of occupational therapy and the green spaces, I'd like to ask you, how did you manage to shift and change a space that was a space of many illegal activities and now a space where citizens of the area can go and visit and participate? How did you manage to make that shift?
Well, so this project has been in the pipeline for years now. So it started in 2015, and we work very closely with our sister city in Germany, in Bremen. So a group of municipality delegates actually went to Germany to find out more about different environmental educational projects, and they actually came across the Kinderwilderness. And, they love the idea of creating a special space for children to come and play, in the break of the city. So they decided to bring this concept to Durban. And originally, it was just supposed to be a place where children could come and play. But as we went along, we developed a very strong relationship with UKZN, and that's where we decided, okay, let's actually focus this now on lifespan development and suit our programs to meet the needs of our context. And we also had a relationship with the Inanda Assembly. And they had a space that they wanted to conserve, even though it was used for illegal dumping. So it was such a great fit. So we started with community engagement, and we slowly but surely we started clearing all the alien plants, and we started developing the area to get us to where we are today.
Danielle, it does talk to the idea that, and the critical idea, that we need to see more partnerships taking place with cities or city municipalities and academia, individual citizens, and also the private sector as well.
Most definitely. And, the Inanda Wilderness Park is an excellent example of that, because we've establish those partnerships between all of the stakeholders that you've just mentioned.
So how do we look at wellness, health, community-based rehabilitation, and green spaces?
Well, we work very closely with all of the community members near the Wilderness Park. So we actually run programs throughout the ages. So we work very closely with the creches. So we have weekly programs where the creche kids, they come to the park and they involved in early childhood development programs by trained youth mentors and our occupational therapy students. We work closely with the primary schools, the high schools, as well as the Gogos and Mkulus from the old age home, which is right across the road. And we just try to promote health and wellness as much as we can within the outdoor environment, using very low cost activity ideas and materials, because we want that carryover of people to be able to do these activities at home without the fancy equipment.
So what are those low-cost activities? Is it, for example, planting seeds and watching them grow? Is it going for walks? Is it about doing exercises in those spaces?
Oh, it's all of the above. So, for example, for our early childhood development program, we work on the children's developmental milestones through nature, meaning that we go on scavenger hunts and we look for different plants and we make different things with the different plants. So we make nature crowns, we make necklaces, we do nature painting, we use the nature as a paintbrush with the grannies. All we just use a space and we have a speaker, and we do Zumba and exercise dancing programs with the Gogos. We promote food security, so we have a food garden. We do a lot of movement activities in the open spaces. And, the heart of it is to encourage people to connect back to nature and not to be afraid of open spaces.
The one thing I really like about this in closing is this idea that it's all generations. And they do say that the more young people mix with people who are more elderly, the more opportunity we see for both of them in terms of a healthy approach to society and the world. Are you aware of that, and are you working in that particular space?
Almost definitely. Our goal is not only what we're doing now. We foresee what we're doing could change society in, 10 years to come. We creating and setting up these kids from creche level with the skills that they need to cope in this difficult society. And we're giving our elderly clients, the skills to improve their quality of life. But it's a much bigger vision than what we're doing at the moment. And our plan is to expand this project to other communities that we work in as well as part of Green Corridors.
Danielle, it sounds like you're doing an absolutely amazing job. I really look forward to going to the Green Corridors Wilderness Park at some point in Inanda. It sounds like it is really doing some great, great work for people in the community. So well done on that one. If people want to get hold of you and find out more about bringing kids there or maybe even elderly people, how do they do that?
Oh, as possible, thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity to chat with you guys today. If people do want to get involved, then they are more than welcome to please email me on Danielle at durbangreencorridors.co.za. Let me just repeat that, Danielle at durbangreencorridors.co.za. And if they want to be involved, please, we do urge you to please donate. We urge you to visit the park, to come and volunteer, to be a part of the programs, spread the word and maybe start initiatives like this in your local spaces.
Danielle Brasse, Green Corridors Wilderness Park, an occupational therapist as well. She can be found at Danielle, Danielle, at durbangreencorridor.co.za. And for more information, you can just go to the website, greencorridors.co.za. Green Corridors, as in green corridors.co.za. It's 7:21.